One of the guards noticed shadowy movement coming from behind a barrier while on patrol, and when he checked the monitor later, he found the CCTV system had saved this recording of the incident.
You see?
Yeah, I see the shadow moving.
You see how it moves?
There it literally flies away. This could be a bug walking across the camera, but the two guards stationed there definitely agree that it's a ghost. Watch this part and tell me who you believe.
Right there, it's long.
Number 14. A YouTuber named James Anderson records a strange event that occurred on the side of the road in a small village in England. His dash cam picks up a figure walking dangerously close to his vehicle. Obviously, whoever this is must have seen his headlights coming from a mile away, yet they clearly make no effort to move over. Why this person was traveling in pitch dark, or how they were even able to keep track of where they were going, is a mystery that's tough to solve. Stranger still is the high-pitched whistle that James records as he passes by. Is this sound an electrical disturbance caused by the paranormal? Listen. Number 13. Something in this empty bathroom is putting this dog on high alert, but not even the animal knows exactly what or where it is. First, the dog sniffs under a counter until something grabs its attention from above, but nothing moves or otherwise makes a sound, so I don't know what it's looking at here. Then the dog starts barking wildly while backing out of the bathroom and looking all around, almost like it's surrounded by something that you and I can't see. It actually looks like something makes it stop and flinch here at 30 seconds. I don't see or hear a bug flying around, which is my only guess, so what could this dog be having a reaction to? Anyway, the dog actually sits down in confusion for a bit and then backs out of the bathroom. If you saw this in your home, would you readily have an explanation at hand, or would you question the possibility of a spirit realm? And speaking of bathroom mirrors with seemingly paranormal occurrences, this couple was trying to take a selfie, but look what's happening in the mirror. Do you think this is paranormal or Photoshop? It definitely looks convincing to me. Number 12.
I see it.
I know, me too.
Right now.
I
And
know.
there's nothing in the window.
I see it.
Three friends record an abandoned old house that is overgrown with weeds and thickets. At 2 minutes and 37 seconds, you can see that nothing is in the doorway. But just 5 seconds later, something pokes its head through the door.
Look, we're at the curtain, bro. Something's looking at us.
Something is looking at us.
This could be a spirit peeking out at them from the darkness, or it could be a leaf dangling in the wind from a nearby ivy patch. The camera quality is pretty bad, but this was taken in 2007, so most phones looked like this. Still, whatever they saw that day was enough to make a believer out of all three of them. I'm sure it looked much more clear in person. Number 11. This video, taken on the island of St. Pierre and Miquelon, shows a ship that won't come into the focus until the camera is fully zoomed in. It is not visible from the shore, and it appears to be a real ghost ship. When the camera zooms back out, it once again mysteriously and inexplicably disappears from sight. Unless this is good video editing skills, how does this event even occur? Number 10. Two friends decide to explore a long country road leading to a cemetery somewhere in India. 3:33 a.m. rolls along, and they think they are safe from any danger since they've gotten this far without anything happening. But that's precisely when they are ambushed from the shadows. A A much taller figure in all black robes chases them without saying a word. The scared friend is running as fast as he can, but somehow the figure manages to keep up despite taking much shorter steps at a lesser speed. As they run for their lives, it lets out squeals of insane joy while trailing from behind. At 4 minutes and 30 seconds, they leave the graveyard, and it seems to disappear back into the darkness from where it came, apparently unable to leave the sacred grounds past this point. Number 9. A woman somehow stands at the very top of a tree with her arms behind her back and does not topple over or lose her balance in the slightest. There are a few reasons why this could be paranormal. Aside from being able to hold this unnatural position for a long period of time, the branches look way too thin to hold up a person. She also never looks away from a single point in the sky, not even when the village tries to get her attention. It's almost like they do not exist to her at all. Number 8. This video of a graveyard in Alabama has been making believers out of people since 2007. A creeping fog rises up way too fast and seems to speed off in a hurry. There are no other visible patches of fog on the ground at all, which means a single random low-hanging cloud appears out of nowhere. Such an odd weather occurrence is definitely suspicious, at the very least, and given the location, seemingly borders on the paranormal. Number 7. A hotel worker in Mexico films a clean property to show to his boss when a bizarre encounter sends him running in the opposite direction. Ghost, wind, or prank? That is the question.
Veas, George, ¿cómo lo ves?
According to the uploader, this mask is very heavy and impossible to move so easily. I personally noticed that the plants and trees are not moving, so it can't be the wind. That leaves one of two possibilities. Either someone was playing a joke on him, or he really was visited by a spirit. Which do you think it was? Number 6. A YouTuber named Kelsey Davies visits a haunted chapel in San Juan, Mexico, where a massive quake once took the lives of at least 40 people during the 1800s. She and a friend are trying to look down a creepy glass window that leads to the old plumbing system when this voice chuckles to itself in 3 deep notes.
Huh, so they still have like... Did you hear that? Have like...
The laughter sounds like it's practically behind them, but when Kelsey turns around just seconds later, you can see how small and empty the room is. No one else is nearby.
We legit just heard a laugh. I'm supposed to fly.
Shame, Ma. You are drunk again. I am not drunk, oh. So how come you are typing on your briefcase?
That was a laugh. That was like...
And when they go into the next room, they notice the chain is swinging as if someone had just walked by. I guess they could have moved it themselves and started recording immediately afterwards, but that still wouldn't explain the laughter earlier. Are these two events enough to make you believe? Number 5. A strange shadow is caught in church moving against the wall and then vanishing midway across the entranceway. You can see the door is well lit, and in my opinion, the shadow should have continued to pass across without disappearing. It's almost like it passed through the doors instead. Less than a minute later, this streak of light falls from the sky to the ground. Is this just a coincidence, or a further sign of the paranormal? Number 4. This strange and distant ghostly voice recorded in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania has not been solved since 2005. Take a listen and try to explain what it could be. Some people say it sounds like a ghost speaking in a different language, while others say it sounds like a general giving marching orders. All I know is that the voice sounds pretty different than anyone else in the video. Everyone else is speaking at a normal volume and sounds pretty clear. So poor camera quality is not to blame. Listen.
The men at Gettysburg College to stick to their studies.
Yet this voice sounds like it's somehow simultaneously up close and far away in comparison. What is it? Number 3. A YouTuber named Stan Carlock uploads a strange incident that occurred on his front porch, which he claims was uninhabited at the time. Everything looks normal and then a whirlwind of paranormal mist takes off out of nowhere. Stan claims to see a giant face in the mist, which I can only kind of see here at the 18-second mark. Its mouth is open and its right eye and nose are just barely visible. Let me know if you can see it too. Number 2. A YouTuber named Commando Incorporated gets a home security alert on his phone at 2 a.m. after a motion detection camera turns itself on. When he checks out the video recording, he sees what appears to be someone's broad shoulder and possibly their hair in the shot, almost like they are standing in place and swaying slightly. I agree that it definitely looks like a person, but here's the thing. When he shows the location of the camera, it's almost impossible for that to be true.
So this is underneath the porch, and just like I said, it's like probably 10 to 15 feet, 10 feet off the ground at least right here.
Not only is the camera up too high for anyone to reach, but Commando Incorporated says that he has a second motion activated camera near the first one that for some reason did not go off.
The other camera looks down my steps and at the back of my house. The other camera didn't go off, so there was no movement or anything down here.
Now keep in mind that the first camera, the one that detected that movement, is just down the steps on the other side of this rail.
And this is where, right underneath here, is where that camera is. It's actually sitting.
So basically, there should be no way for someone to stand nearby without both cameras going off. Commando Incorporated was on military leave at the time and nowhere near his property. What do you make of this event? Paranormal or somehow staged? I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. And his friends. It takes a few steps forward and they bolt out of the house screaming for their lives. Screaming for their lives. The overall pacing and the way it was shot makes me think this almost has to be a short horror film. And it looks like it could be someone wearing a mask too, but I wasn't there, so maybe I'm being too judgmental. Either way, Sean insists that he still doesn't know what it was to this very day. Scary videos go viral all of the time, but here